And welcome back to the program. It's now 49 minutes past the hour. Time for the final segment here of the Eat, Drink, Explore Market Fresh Hour. Keep in mind, as is the case every week, there's a whole another hour of great food, craft beer, wine, travel, and tourism talk Sundays 9 to 10 right here on this station. But this segment right here is our farmers market segment where we get some great ideas from, market managers, vendors, and other players from around the state because we have a very diverse crop, you might say, of farmers market organizations. And today we are speaking with the administrator for one of the oldest still operating farmers markets in the state, and one that continues to grow in popularity, and I mean by significant leaps each calendar year. The San Luis Obispo Saturday morning market, and that market is held in the Cost Plus parking lot just off Delidio and Madonna Roads from 8 to 10:45 each Saturday morning. Peter Janke is the Market Association Administrator with the San Luis Obispo County Farmers Market Association. Find them online at slocountyfarmers.org and joins us on the live line right now. Hey, Peter.
Hi, how are you doing?
Fantastic. I see you at the Saturday morning market just about every week when I'm in town. And it's one of those markets, right, where you are bound to run into someone you know.
I would say that's a very good observation. So,
yeah, seriously, when I do the loop, because I kind of do it in a Circle 8 fashion to get through the market. At least on every leg of that Circle 8, I'm stopping and talking to somebody for 5 to 10 minutes. So you kind of have to almost factor that into your shopping time.
Well, something that we may be bringing up here is that the farmers market, that Saturday morning one at the World Market Embassy Suites lot, I think when people just walk in there and then they just close their eyes for a minute and listen, there's that kind of buzz. It's just that really dynamic, friendly people are talking with each other. Like you says, is you bump into people that you see every week. You bump into people you haven't seen in a year. It's become a lifestyle there.
And even people that you don't know, if you're visiting or you're new to town, the vendors themselves are willing to chat with you and really talk about the produce. And I mean, you find that at other markets for sure, but there's something about that Saturday morning market where they just go above and beyond to talk to you about, whether it's some sort of orchid. In fact, I find it hard to get away from the orchid guy sometimes. He has so much information, or if it's about a type of avocado that's different from the Hass you might be used to buying, whatever it may be, they are more than willing to give you information until you sort of start to back away.
In fact, I say it's not just more than willing, is that they're proud of what they've grown. They're really proud of the diversity of products that they do bring, things you can't find in a store. I mean, it's one thing to buy the freshest and the best tasting, but it's beyond that. There's products that you just simply can't get in a grocery store. Like Mr. Chung, for example, who brings all kinds of Asian vegetables. We have people coming 20, 30 miles away just because they can't get those products anywhere else unless they perhaps go to San Francisco.
Yeah. Is it easier for you, Peter, to find vendors, specialized vendors like that because the market is so successful and they know that the vendors themselves will do well financially by going to that market, as opposed to other markets that might get more headlines and more notoriety? This market's good for both the vendor and the shopper.
Oh, okay. So I always like to use the term farmer rather than vendor, because vendor sometimes implies that somebody bought it from somebody and selling it to somebody else.
Oh, good point. Mm-hmm.
Right. So what's really great about this is that you can talk with the farmer who grew it.
Yeah.
You can talk about the seed that they used, how they tilled the soil or whatever their practices were, the type of variety it is. They give you ways of cooking this, because sometimes people look and say, what is that?
Right. I find that at the one you just mentioned, is it Chong's Farms?
Chung, yeah. Right.
Yeah. Last week, or 2 weeks ago, he had these little baby eggplants that I'd never seen them that size before. And he always has something that I've just never seen, and I would have to Google when I get home or ask them, what do I do with this?
Exactly. And then that's not just there. It's a number of the other farmers, too. They have different varieties of kale. Like Ozzy, you probably met with him when he's during the wintertime anyway, when he has all of his different types of lettuces and things that you can mix together, stir fry, like peas, tendrils, and different types of, I guess, related to the mustard family, all different types of things. And if you want to make this kind of thing, you mix this with that. And so he comes up with all different kinds. If you don't like spicy, then don't have this.
Right.
Right. So there is that kind of, and it's the farmers really do enjoy talking with people. They're proud of what they do. They love talking with people. Yeah, it's exciting.
Peter, this market has evolved even just in the years that I've been going to it. But looking at the spreadsheet over the years from the 1980s dollar figures up until now, you just had last year your first $1 million year for this market. This last August saw record-breaking sales numbers on for the entire month and some given specific Saturdays, the final Saturday in the month. The market itself is not stagnant. It's dynamic, and you've been adding things over the years to keep this ball rolling. Lately, I see more prepared food, so you can go there and have a little bit of breakfast while you shop.
Well, there is some of that, some of the prepared foods. Antonio with Bonitavola has been bringing his sausages. We have some people now bringing in fruit pies. We have, excuse me, La Maggiore's Italian breads, and we have oatmeal. We have a person, Rosalba, who's a number of people, chefs have said, her tamales, her products are really top-notch.
We get a big thing of salsa every week there. And also at Julia's Juices, we power up with some of her blends.
Right. So there's all of those kinds of, shall we say, things. But I think what part of the success of, and especially the success of this past, shall we say, 3-week celebration that we had, we did put out a large advertising campaign, and I think that was really helpful. And part of the reason it's really helpful because I would say most people in San Luis Obispo am I getting drowned out by other things?
Oh yeah, Peter. Sorry, we're just rounding out of time here, but people like to go get their food fresh here. It's the trend, and it seems to be working with your Saturday market. Like I told people, you can get more information at slowcountyfarmers.org. Peter Janke, the market administrator.
Just one last thing.
Yep.
So many people do not know that there is a Saturday morning farmers market. And so most people, if you ask them about the farmers market, they're thinking of a street fair. And I would say probably 80 or 90% of San Luis Obispo residents don't even know that there's a Saturday morning farmers market.
That's right. Well, hopefully they do now. Peter, I got to cut you off there. Join us next week, everyone.